So today I'm talking about the fourth inversion where you start becoming a great learner. You have the evidence of great people always being great learners. You look at all the champions in whatever area. Sports में देख लो large biggest champions को. So I talk about sports a lot because it's the most demonstrative. 2017 में Roger Federer's backhand was supposed to be the most improved shot in tennis. In 2017, he came back to become world number 1 at the age of 36. It had never happened before. Sunil Gavaskar talking about when he saw Sachin Tendulkar for the first time, he realized that this boy is going to go for greatness. He says that in that interview on television, which I heard Gavaskar talking about Tendulkar, the 1980s, Gavaskar was what Tendulkar became to India. एक टाइम था जब गावस्कर आउट हो जाता था, सब लोग के ट्रांजिस्टर्स बंद हो जाते थे because you did not want to listen to cricket commentary after Gavaskar had his innings. So that was the stage at which Gavaskar saw Tendulkar as a 12-13-year-old kid, and Gavaskar was invited as the chief guest to this match. And he says that Tendulkar को जब मैंने देखा, so there was this fast bowler bowling to him, and he hit a shot to long on, and he took 1 run. And the next over, the same bowler, the same ball, and Tendulkar hit the same shot, but he hit it to long on and took 2 runs. And he controlled the speed of the shot the next time. And I realized that I have never seen somebody who learns so quickly on the cricket field. And that's why this boy is meant for greatness. Why somebody like Tendulkar was such a great batsman? Look at him as an 18-year-old. Look at his videos. Look at let's say a ball which is coming onto his pads when he is an 18-year-old kid, when he's a 28-year-old man, and when he's a 38-year-old veteran. You will almost see 3 different batsmen batting on the same ball. It's the same person, but there are 3 different reactions that you would be able to see. So the reason for his longevity was his continued learning. And it's true in every sport. You look at any sport, you realize this happening. There's a story about Pete Sampras being one of the top US tennis juniors at the age of 14, and he used to hit a double-handed backhand. And his coach and his parents and he decided that he had to win Wimbledon. At 14, he was thinking that I have to win Wimbledon. And this is there in his autobiography, this story. They decided that you can't win Wimbledon with a double-handed backhand, because in 100 years of Wimbledon, the only double-handed backhand winner of Wimbledon was Bjorn Borg, and he had won it 5 times, and there was no other double-handed backhand winner of Wimbledon in almost 100 years. 1 or 2 here and there, but otherwise it was a single-handed backhands game. So at the age of 14, US number 1 under 18 junior, Pete Sampras decides that I'll go to the single-handed backhand. He's already a number 1 junior in the US, and he's built for greatness. Everybody's talking about him being the next big US player. So Pete Sampras moves to a single-handed backhand. He starts losing to everybody around him. Everybody who's the top 10 players in US start beating him. Everybody starts talking about कि इसने अपना game बर्बाद कर लिया. He's talked about this in his autobiography. And that generation of the US tennis players was called the golden generation. There was Andre Agassi who was growing up as a teenager at that time. There was Michael Chang, who became a French Open champion at 17 years age, who was growing up at that time. So there are at least 4 US champions at that time. It's called the golden generation of US tennis. So 1 year Pete Sampras loses to everybody around. Everybody's saying कि इसने game बर्बाद कर लिया अपना. And then he comes back 1 year later when his backhand is sorted. He starts beating everybody black and blue. And 3 years later, he goes on to become the youngest champion of the US tennis tournament. He announces him on the world stage. And why I'm talking about sport is because it's so demonstrative. I cannot tell you how corporate executives learn in such a demonstrative manner as champions. So these are indications that great people, great champions in whatever field they go into, they are very good learners, very strong learners. And if you do not become a strong learner, you're always going to be behind your competition. You're always going to be inadequate in front of your challenges.